On this edition of 9 to 5 It, we head to Coziahr and look at one of America's most iconic brands, Harley-Davidson. Sterling's the general manager of Coziahr Harley-Davidson, and we want to talk a little bit today. Everybody knows the bikes. Everybody knows the brand. I mean, it is, would you say, one of the top 5 iconic brands in the world?
In the world. It's the most
you've got
recognizable.
Coca-Cola, you've got Nike, I mean, you've got Harley-Davidson.
Absolutely.
All right, so this incredible shop you have in a day and age where everybody's doing everything through Amazon and buying stuff, on the internet. This is one of the few places left where there is this brand, and I mean, it is attached to just about everything you can think of.
It's true.
So it's a little unique in the retail world.
It is, and with the buying online, it's certainly a challenge for us, and our physical presence is a place for enthusiasts and motorcycle people to congregate. It's a destination. It's a reason to come to a physical place as opposed to buying online.
Yeah, and people will make their purchases, but they hang out, right?
Absolutely.
And it's family.
Absolutely.
You guys have your own way of communicating. It can be sometimes maybe a little intimidating to the general public.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not in that club, then they don't want me there. And that's nothing could be further from the truth.
Absolutely. We're very open. We're very family oriented. We want people to enjoy our sport. We're all enthusiasts. We enjoy it, and it's contagious. Once you can get them in here and get them to see what it's all about, they're excited about it.
Okay, now are there rules to the merchandising? I mean, do I have to have a Harley-Davidson motorcycle to buy a Harley-Davidson T-shirt?
Absolutely not, and that's something that Harley is exploring, and with their worldwide push to take our brand different places, you will see more retail stores that pop up in urban areas where they're traditionally not there, and especially overseas and around the world. You're here in the United States, we'll be hearing stories about a Harley-Davidson dealership in Bangkok or some place that
goes to the
we
global
brand.
Right?
Absolutely.
We've run into them all over the world traveling. It's kind of fun. So merchandising, can you put a ballpark figure of how much you have in here? I mean, there are wiffle ball bats to leather coats to wallets to glasses and mugs and hats. I mean, is there any end to the merchandising?
Not really.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, this building was a Toys R Us. Yes. So if you think about the size and
the scope,
the floor space in a Toys R Us, we got this place full.
I think some people would say it's fuller than it was when it was Toys R Us.
It all starts with motorcycles. I mean, that's
the show.
That's when you first see when you walk in our door, and that's our business is motorcycles. But yes, we have everything for those enthusiasts. Like you said, there's stuff for little kids. There's the wiffle ball bats. There's coffee mugs. There's everything.
I think the great thing about the brand is it's evolved and it's an accepted brand now. It's not maybe what it was years and years ago. Where, we don't want those folks. I mean, now it's a reputable. I mean, it is. People that own motorcycles today don't necessarily always look like people that owned motorcycles 50 years ago.
That's true. My dad was a funeral director, and so he was a professional that had a Harley-Davidson, and it was rare.
Yeah.
It was certainly more rare to have that, and I remember traveling with him and actually facing a little bit of discrimination.
Oh, sure.
With hotels and so forth, and the fact that my dad was a funeral director, it was odd.
Yeah, but I think you see that more and more, and I think that is the acceptance and the branding, and now it's a brand that is just right up there at the very top, and people associate it with greatness and what a great American company, and they want to wear that proudly, and that's like walking billboards for you guys, right? You're out at these shows picking out stuff people will like back here, right?
Absolutely.
So I mean, it's this national brand, but very customized to your customer.
Yes. We take an order book, and prior to going to the show, we have our staff and our customers look through that book and say, yes, I like that, I'd like that. Because what plays in Decatur may not play in San Diego or Seattle.
You're not going to get that on Amazon, I promise.
No.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen?
Oh boy.
With a Harley brand?
When you go to these buying events, they always surprise you with something. There's always something that's, oh my goodness, there's a pool table.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's an iced tea dispenser. There's a jukebox. There's always something that.
Their Harley-Davidson iced tea dispenser. Yeah. I love it. How friendly is the community when you talk about going to an event like that? I mean, how any idea? How big the Harley family is, but I mean, there's an acceptance and a relaxation of being around like-minded people.
Absolutely. Yeah. The Sturgis Rally in South Dakota is kind of like Disneyland for adults.
Yeah.
It's
It's the first time I've heard Sturgis referred to as Disneyland.
It's
Yeah,
Disneyland for
a lot of fun.
with an adult flair.
Coziahr is involved with so many things that happen in the community, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
you're a Harley-Davidson brand, but the name Coziahr is just as important to this community as the Harley-Davidson portion of that.
It's being good neighbors. It's being part of our community, and we certainly want to be part of our community. You know, our involvement with the 9/11 Memorial, you know, and various other kind of fundraisers
You guys
around
have
the
helped at
community.
the food drive and
Absolutely.
any number of things that, and I know it's just part of the culture out here.
And it's the culture that starts with Tim and Debbie, the owners. That is the type of people they are. And it trickles down to the way they run their business.
Sterling, it was fun. The Harley brand, the Coziahr brand, it's our 9 to 5 it.